What are you still holding on to only because you were the one who first picked it up? Maybe it's a project you started with so much hope, a routine, a role, a whole version of your life. Something you began for good reasons that just don't fit the person you're becoming. And yet you keep carrying it because putting it down feels like failing, like admitting the time you already spent was wasted. Tonight, July 9th, 2026, the moon is a slender waning crescent, just under a third of her light left, emptying quietly toward the dark of the new moon about 5 nights from now. And she is doing the very thing we find so hard. She is letting go of her own light, on purpose, without once calling it failure. In the next few minutes, I want to gently loosen the grip that guilt has on you, show you what releasing a beginning actually makes possible, and help you set down one thing tonight that you've quietly outgrown. This letter is for the part of you that's tired of carrying what isn't yours anymore. Let's put something down together. Look for the moon tonight, and you'll see only a thin curve of light, a little under a third of her face, and thinning a bit more each night as she empties toward the dark. This is the deep waning crescent, the last stretch of the whole cycle before the new moon returns in about 5 nights. And notice what she is doing. She is releasing. All month she waxed and grew and glowed at the full, and now, without resistance, she is giving that light back to the dark. She doesn't grip it. She doesn't insist that because she built all that brightness, she is somehow required to keep it. She lets it go, trusting that the emptying is exactly what makes the next beginning possible. That is the quiet teaching of tonight. If you've been holding on to something long past the point it served you because you started it because you're afraid of what stopping might say about you, the moon is showing you another way. Releasing is not losing. It is how space is made. The energy of tonight is release, the slow, deliberate letting go of what you no longer need to carry. Not a dramatic ending, not burning it all down, but the gentle setting down of one weight at a time. All month the sky asked you to begin and to build. Now, in this emptying crescent, it asks you to loosen your grip. This is not a night for forcing new starts or for clinging harder to old ones. Whatever you are holding out of guilt or sheer habit is worth noticing tonight and asking honestly, is this still mine to carry? The energy now rewards subtraction. One fewer obligation, one honest goodbye, one hand finally opened. Move with the sky tonight, and you move toward lightness, toward space, toward the clean quiet that only ever comes after you have finally set something down. In human design, the sun tonight moves through gate 53, line 3, and it speaks straight to the thing we're talking about. Gate 53 is the gate of beginnings, the drive to start fresh cycles. But line 3 is the line of trial and error, the one who learns, not by getting it perfect the first time, but by trying and stumbling and releasing what doesn't work. Line 3 knows a truth the perfectionist in us resists. Not every beginning is meant to become a forever. Some things you start precisely so you can learn that they aren't yours, and then let them go. That isn't failure. That is the whole design. So tonight, if part of you is ashamed of something you began and couldn't finish, or afraid to stop something that has clearly run its course, this gate offers you a kinder story. You didn't waste it. You learned from it. And letting it go now is not you giving up. It's you graduating. So let's go to the root of why letting go feels almost impossible, because the grip you feel is not stubbornness, and it is not a flaw. There are real, tender reasons we hold on. The first catches almost everyone. We believe that if we stop now, we have wasted all the time we already spent. You feel it as a quiet dread. All those months, all that effort, gone for nothing the moment I quit. So we keep pouring ourselves into things long past the point they give anything back, just to protect what we already poured. The second reason runs deeper. We tie our very identity to the things we began. If I started it, it became who I am, the person building this, running that, being this, and letting it go feels like losing a piece of myself, not just a task. Third, there is the fear of what stopping says to everyone watching, that we are a quitter, unreliable, someone who doesn't finish what they start. And underneath it all sits the quietest confusion of them all. We mistake loyalty to an old choice for loyalty to ourselves, and so we keep faith with a decision we made years ago instead of with the person we actually are tonight. If any of this is landing in your chest right now, hear this clearly. The fact that you can't put it down is not weakness. It is love and fear and loyalty, all tangled together. And every one of those knots can be gently, slowly loosened, starting with one honest look tonight. So let me show you what changes the moment you finally open your hand, because letting go only looks like loss until you see what it makes room for. Look again at the moon. When she releases her light, she is not destroying anything. She is clearing the whole sky so that a brand new moon can begin. The emptying is not the opposite of the beginning. It is the doorway to it. The same is true in a life. Every ending, every honest goodbye, clears a space that something better fitting can finally move into, but only if you let the old thing go first. You simply cannot pick up what is meant for you with hands that are still full. And here is the part that heals the guilt. Releasing something does not erase what it gave you. The lesson stays. The growth stays. The love stays. You get to thank a chapter for everything it taught you and still close it, honoring the gift without staying imprisoned by it. Think of almost anyone who found their real path. They got there by letting go of 3 or 4 wrong ones first, not by gripping the very first thing they ever started. What looks like giving up is so often just making room. When you finally set down the thing you've outgrown tonight, you are not falling behind. You are opening your hands. You are clearing the sky. You are doing the quiet, necessary work that every new beginning depends on. So, how do you actually let a beginning go when the guilt is real and your hands have held it so long they have half forgotten how to open? It starts with something surprisingly simple, naming the thing honestly and gently. Not with self-attack, not "I failed at this," but with the truth. I have outgrown this, or this no longer fits who I'm becoming. You cannot release what you won't even admit you are holding, so tonight, name one thing quietly and kindly. Then, before you set it down, do the part almost everyone skips. Thank it. Whatever it is, the job, the plan, the relationship, the old version of you, say what it gave you and what it taught you. Gratitude is what turns quitting into completing. It lets you leave with a full heart instead of a bitter one. And then comes the hardest part, the guilt, because the moment you decide to stop, it will rise, sharp and loud, insisting you are making a mistake. Don't fight it and don't obey it. Just let it be there, like a loud voice in another room, and set the thing down anyway. Breathe, and let the guilt rise and fall without following its orders. Each time you do that, you teach yourself something your fear never let you learn, that you can stop and release and disappoint the old plan and you are still whole, still worthy, still exactly where you are meant to be. Ending here is not the same as failing. Sometimes it is the bravest, most honest thing a person can do. Here is your release ritual for tonight, and true to this emptying crescent, it is about setting down, not taking on. When the evening has gone quiet, take a small piece of paper and write down one thing you are ready to stop carrying. A project, a role, an expectation, a version of yourself that no longer fits. Just one. Then quietly say 2 things out loud to it. What it gave you and what it cost you. Let both be true. Now fold the paper and set it somewhere out of sight. A drawer, a box, anywhere it is no longer in front of you. And as you put it away, whisper these words: I'm allowed to put this down, and I make room now. That is the whole ritual. You don't have to throw the thing away forever, or announce it to anyone, or even act on it tomorrow. Tonight you simply practice the opening of your hands, and like the moon emptying toward the dark, that small release is where tomorrow's new beginning quietly starts to form. So, let this be the letter you keep from tonight's thin, emptying moon. You are allowed to stop something you started. You are allowed to outgrow what you once wanted, to close a chapter that taught you everything it came to teach, to open your hands and let a beginning go. That is not failure, and it is not quitting on yourself. It is the opposite. It is clearing the sky. It is making room. Tonight, set one thing down. Let the guilt rise and pass. And trust, as the moon does, that emptying toward the dark is exactly how the next beginning is born. Thank you for setting something down with me tonight, here in the quiet emptying of the cycle. In about 5 nights, the moon will go fully dark and then begin again, brand new. And if you'd like to move gently with that rhythm of release and renewal, the free moon calendar is waiting for you in the description. A new letter from the sky arrives every single day. Until tomorrow, be gentle with your open hands and let the dark make room for what's coming.